Okay, good morning, everyone. Again, my name is Judge Tamika West Bernard. I'm presiding over the first appearance hearing for Magistrate Court of Clayton County. We apologize for the delay. We were having some technical difficulties, as well as it appears that the jail may be still experiencing some technical difficulties. So Deputy, if you have trouble hearing me before I proceed forward with my opening remarks, please let me know. I see that your video is going in and out.
I can hear you perfectly fine. I'm just trying to fix this camera. I see it's going out.
Okay, no problem. Okay, we are streaming live via YouTube. We have the inmates that's on the jail list for today appearing via Zoom. We also have one inmate that will require an interpreter. So I'll proceed forward slowly with my opening remarks to allow the interpreter to properly interpret my comments. After concluding my opening remarks, I will do the first appearance hearing for each inmate. We normally take the female first and then the male. So at this time, I would like to first swear in each of the inmates. If you raise your right hand.
首先，先举起你的右手啊，请你把你的右手举起来。
Do you swear or affirm that the information and testimony you get to the court today will be the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
你愿意来慎重的宣誓说，你以下所要给本庭说的这些资料跟这些所说的这些证词都说实话，只说实话，你们愿意吗？
Including the information that you're provided on your court-appointed counsel form.
也包括你已经在我们的法院所给你指派的律师里面所讲的那些资料，你已经都提供过的东西也包括在内。
Okay, it appears we've lost the jail, so we'll be stand by 1 minute to allow them. They can resolve problems with, I believe, their video.
我们暂时在这边因为是在监狱里面执行的所以说我们在那边你要先在那边站一下的，叫做 stand by 一下。
Can you hear me, Deputy?
Yes, we can hear you. Try it out. There we go. Don't touch it.
Okay. Looks like the jail is back. Okay. First, this is your first appearance here before the Magistrate Court of Clayton County.
首先，这是我们在 Clayton County 里面的第一次的鉴庭。
We are not here to try your case today or to take a plea.
我们今天并不是要来审判你的案子，也不会说来问你到时候要不要叫你认罪。
You are here for the court to inform you of the charges against you.
你今天到法庭来的时候，是让我们法院来告诉你说是用什么理由，我们今天要来控诉你的。
Advise you of certain rights.
也跟你讲一些你应该有的一些法律上的权利。
Set bail on those offenses for which the court is authorized to set bail.
如果法院呢有授权给我们的话，可以让你今天被保释出去的话，我也可以今天就来听。
To schedule a preliminary hearing.
我们另外一个目的也是一样，要来跟你先定好下一次我们要鉴庭的时间。
And to determine whether you require the assistance of an attorney.
并且要来决定说到底你有没有这样的资格来让律师来帮助你的。
You have the right to remain silent and say nothing.
你有权利可以保持沉默，什么都可以不说。
But should you choose to give up this right,
但是如果你选择把这个权利放弃的话，
anything you say during these proceedings may be used against you.
在任何现在我们今天所做的程序当中，你所说的任何话，到时候都会对你有不利的证词。
Doing this in all other court proceedings,
在今天或者是在其他的任何的程序当中，
you have the right to the presumption of innocence until the state proves your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
法律呢是给你一个权利，就是说你可以说你没罪，直到我们政府这边证明你有罪的证据拿出来之后，你才是有罪的。
You also have the right to indictment by the grand jury for most felony or accusations for misdemeanors.
那如果说是比较重的罪特别是 felony 比较重罪的话呢，到时候呢我们会用大陪审团来说要不要来举控你这个案子。
You also have the right to a speedy and public trial by jury.
而且你有权利可以要求我们很快的来跟你审判这个案子，而且可以说我们不要法官判，我要由陪审团来判我的案子。
You have the right to see, hear, and cross-examine all witnesses who are called to testify against you.
你可以看到这些来叫他出来的这些证人他们来对你不利的这些证人，你也可以听，可以来看，也可以看的，可以反问他的问题都可以的。
You have the right to compel the attendance of witnesses in your own behalf by subpoena.
你也可以用我们政府这边法官给你的这样子的传召令可以叫这些对你有利的证人，叫他们或者不利，叫这些证人出来替你出庭的。
You also have the right to testify and offer other evidence in your own defense, should you choose to do so.
如果你选择说你要自己要上庭，你要作证你也可以成为证人的。
But should you choose not to do so, no presumption of your guilt may be raised.
但是如果你选择不去做证人的话，我们也不会说假定说你也不敢作证，就代表说你有罪不会有这样子的我们的假设的。
You also have the right to have an attorney represent you during these proceedings and all other court proceedings.
在今天的这个法律程序跟以后所要走的任何的法律程序，你都有资格可以请律师来帮你的。
Some of you will be allowed to post unrestricted bonds from your release from jail pending prosecution of your case.
有些人呢我们由于你的案子正要受我们的审判，但是我们还要排期，所以到时候呢，你可以来假释保释处以
which may be by cash, commercial, or property.
那这样子的保释金呢，可以用现金也可以找这些保释公司或者是用你自己的财产来做押。
If you post a cash bond, someone will deliver the full amount of the bond in cash.
如果你选择用的是现金的话，那就某一个人来保释你的人能够带着现金到警察局来。
Together with applicable mandated fees to the sheriff's office.
那当然，警察局会跟你要一些该有的一些合理合法的一些价钱。
Who will hold it until your final court date?
那这些钱呢，先压着，直到最后一天你上庭来日期的时候。
At which time the cash bond will be returned to the person who posted it.
那到时候呢，那一庭你来上庭的话，会把这些钱还给那一天来帮你保释的这个人。
If you use a commercial bonding company approved by the sheriff,
那如果你用的是保释公司，这保释公司是必须要是警察局所通过认证的。
someone will have to pay the company up to 15% of the total bond as their fee for their service.
那这个来帮你保释的这个人，他就必须要付我们所给你的保释金的15%的这样子的一个服务费。
This fee will not be returned.
这样子的15%的费用呢，是他们是做生意的嘛，他们不会还给你的。
Someone may post a bond using their property.
来帮你的保释这个人，他也可以把他自己的财产拿来当做抵押来帮你保释出去。
If they have net equity in the property in an amount equal to 3 times the total amount of the bond.
如果他们所做的那些钱就是他能够抵押出来的钱，刚好是你现在至少要3倍以上的价钱就可以了。
Some of you will have special conditions on your bond that prohibit you from contacting certain people.
那我们当中的人呢，某些人在保释当中呢，我们会给你一些特别的一些情况，你要遵守这些。某些人是不能够去跟某些人见面的，
or going to or around certain places.
或者是说某些地方你不能去的这是在我们的假释条款里面都会规定好的。
This special condition will be provided on your bond order.
在我们给你写下的刑事命令里面，保释命令当中会写得很清楚的。
You will also be prohibited from calling or having contact with the alleged victim while you're out on bond.
在你在假释的这段期间里面在保释的这段期间里面都不准，我们命令你不准跟这个受害人见面的。
Should you violate the court order, your bond will be revoked.
如果你违反了这条规矩的话，你所给的这些保释金全部都要没收的。
And you will not be entitled to another bond while awaiting trial.
那到时候你还要再带回来到我们监狱来关起来，在当中在等待下一次出庭的时间里面都不准再给你保释了。
An additional charge of aggravated stalking.
那另外一种就是叫做重罪哪一种就是过度的重度的来跟骚人家，
Influencing witnesses.
或者是说你也想要去来影响那些证人，
or other charges as the law may provide.
除了这些之外的一些举控
could be brought against you.
这些到时候呢拿出来对你不利的话，
for which you could be sentenced up to 10 years in prison.
这个情况下的话，我们可以关你至少关到10年，
and fine up to $20,000.
可以来罚你罚到2万块钱。
For family members who will assist you in posting bond,
那如果是你家人来帮助你、来协助你、来帮你来拿这个保释金来的话，
they will be provided with your bond information after we have concluded the first appearance calendar for today.
所以今天如果我们把今天所有的人都看完了，我们的保释金都放好了，到时候呢，你可以来请他来帮你保释出去。
If a family member is a victim on the warrant,
但是呢，如果这个家人呢是你在我们今天在逮捕令上面，他是里面的受害者的话，
and there is a special condition that you're to have no contact with that family member,
那就有一个非常特别的一个情况，你要来遵守的，就是不准跟这一个人有任何的联系。
he or she will not be allowed to post bond.
那这一位可能是男的或是女的这一个受害者他是没有资格，是不能够来帮你保释的。
Some of you are charged with offenses for which this court is simply not authorized by law to set bail.
那某些人你们当中呢是比较轻罪的话呢，法律容许你们有保释金的。
In this event, a bond hearing will be scheduled before a superior court judge, and you will be informed of that date.
那些比较重的话呢，就不能保释了。不能保释的人呢，我们会跟你我会跟那个最高法院来跟他讲，你们名字都送到最高法院去了。
If you are currently on active probation,
那目前呢，如果你有些人是在假释当中的话呢，
this court is not authorized by law to set bond.
那这些人呢，我们的本庭就没有任何的权利来设一个保释金给你了。
Your bond can be reconsidered after your probation officer has an opportunity to determine
但是呢，如果你的保释官呢，假释官能够来处理这件事情，帮你把这些事情解释好的话，我们到时候可以来听这个问题的。
if they wish to file a warrant for violation of your probation.
那如果这个 probation officer 这个缓刑官呢，他如果说要来告你的话，那这个时候我们会接受的。
This is usually during your preliminary hearing.
通常这件事情都会在你的 preliminary， 就是在我们的先前的那个第一次的鉴庭的时候，那里面会来做这件事情的。
The purpose of a preliminary hearing is to determine if there's enough evidence
那之所以来听这个第一次听证的目的那个提审的时候呢，那个目的就是来听听这个案子到底有没有要来跟你进行追诉，
or probable cause to justify keeping you detained,
或者是有任何的可能的情况这样的情况可能发生的话，那我们就继续要来拘留你了，
until such time as your case goes to trial.
一直等到你的案子来进行庭审为止。
For those of you charged with misdemeanors only,
那当中呢，你们有犯的是小罪的人呢，就是不是重罪是轻罪的人的话，
you will have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing.
你就有机会到时候你可以说我们不需要来这个第一次的鉴庭提审当中，你可以说我不要来当中来宣布我的罪行。
Waiving your preliminary hearing will not affect your right to post bond.
你这样子的做法呢，不会来影响到你的来保释的情形，不会来影响的。
Your right to have an attorney represent you,
那也不会影响到你去找律师来代表你的这些权利，
or your right to a jury trial.
或者是说你要求说我要用这个 jury 要用这个陪审团来帮我来陪审团的这样子的一个权利，你也不会放弃的。
If you postpone, your preliminary hearing is automatically waived.
那如果呢，你把这一个事情如果来延期的话呢，那就是代表说你自动的把这件事情你的权利来放弃了。
And you will be mailed a notice when to appear in state court for arraignment.
到时候呢，我们的州法庭呢会来给你寄一个通知到时候你要上庭来做一个我们的庭审，叫 arraignment。
If you cannot make bond,
如果呢你钱不够不能够来做这样子的保释的话，
you may waive your preliminary hearing,
你可以说我要把我的第一次的听证提审的这件事情，我说我愿意来放弃。
and be taken before a state court judge,
到时候呢就拿到下一个案子去，就会来到我们的州政府的州法庭去了。
at which time if you plead guilty,
那当时如果说你认罪的话呢，
you will be sentenced.
到时候呢法官当天就会跟你来判决。
If you plead not guilty,
如果你说没罪的话呢，
a trial will be scheduled on your behalf.
那法庭呢会跟你设定下一次上庭的期间来进行庭审。
If you choose to have a misdemeanor preliminary hearing,
那如果说你要来说我要来做一个叫做轻罪的一个审前的听证的话，
your hearing will be scheduled for June 27th, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom.
那到时候呢，我们已经定好日期了，是在2023年的6月27号早上8点半。
For those of you charged with felony offenses,
那当中呢，如果有人是我们对你举控的是重罪的人的话呢，
you will not have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing.
你们这些人就没有权利跟刚才那些轻罪的人一样的，他们说我们要放弃这样子的听证，你们就没有这样子的权利了。
Your preliminary hearing will be scheduled for June 26th, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom.
那这些重罪的人的话，我们已经在 Zoom 里已经定好日期，是2023年的一样的7月26号。
Okay, that will conclude my opening remarks.
这就结束我今天先前的这些跟你们讲的这些交代的话。
At this time, deputies, I would like to proceed forward with the inmate that requires the interpreter.
警官，你就把今天需要做翻译的那一位罪犯带出来。
Okay, Your Honor, just come up in front, ma'am.
Please state your full name for the record.
为了今天做法庭的记录，请你跟我们讲你叫什么名字。 你是叫 KINWEIJUAN？
不是，是林。
林 ，OK，LIN。
呀 WEI。
OK， 懂了。维娟，林维娟，维娟林 WEIJUAN。Last name is LIN。维娟林。
You have been charged with one count of criminal trespass.
你今天我们对你起诉的罪名就是非法入侵。
Your bond amount is $1,500.
我已经设好的保释金是1500块钱。
Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
你知不知道我们跟你来举控的这样的罪名的理由是什么？你知道吗？你知不知道1500块钱是干什么吗？ I don't know.
Can you ask her, does she understand the charge?
那你知不知道我们今天对你为什么要来控告你？你知不知道？
我不知道。
I don't know, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll proceed forward with reading the facts and the warrant, and then we will move on.
好的，你既然不知道的话，我今天把我们举控你的这些罪名念出来，那接下去我们就往下走。
According to the warrant, the offender did remain in the airport after being advised that she had to leave because she did not have a flight.
那这一件事情是这样子的，当时我们跟他逮捕的时候呢，逮捕的理由，因为他在机场的时候呢，他应该走了，他不肯走他说他的飞机不在这里，不肯离开机场。
Nor did she work for the airport.
他并没有在飞机场的任何的单位上班的。
She was advised that the airport is closed for people who do not have a flight.
对这些今天没有飞机、没有要上飞机的人，我们已经告诉他了，应该离开
Between the hours of 11 p.m. and 4 a.m.
就是晚上11点跟早上4点当中这个期间，
She was asked several times to leave.
我们请他离开，好几次请他离开了。
And escorted to MARTA,
我们甚至于有人护送他到 Marta 去了，
but she still refused.
但这位女士呢仍然拒绝。
Can you ask her if she can make bond?
那请问法官现在问你一个问题，请问你有没有办法拿出1500块钱来保释，让你今天就不用在监狱里面？有没有办法有人来帮你保释？是有没有这1500块钱？
昨天晚上 因为很晚了，我完全不认得亚特兰大的路，所以我不是拒绝离开，是因为很晚的时候我坐那个地铁，我不知道怎么叫计程车，因为我的手机没办法打计程车来到地铁站载我。我不是不要离开，是因为我很怕，我都不认得路。
I did not know what Atlanta airport very well, and then I did not know how to hire a taxi, and I did not know how to get on that matter. So I am a good person. I didn't mean to violate the law. I just am not aware of this violation at all.
而且
Okay.
And
因为我那时候他有一个警察女士，她把我推进去车厢，可是我身上只有背着我的电脑袋子，里面都没有护照，也没有我的机票，也没有我的 cash， 因为我的 cash 是锁在一个大的行李箱里面，我必须要拿那些 cash 我才能够坐地铁，因为我身上都没有 cash， 只剩下我是有 cash 的。
right. And I do have cash at that time. That there was a lady officer was violently forced me into her.
Okay, let me stop
car.
her.
I do have money. You know, my money was locked into a bigger suitcase. At that time, I only have a little small computer bag with me. So I was not able to give money to anybody at that time.
因为我
Okay, well, please, okay, please.
Hold on.
你不要再讲话了，林小姐，请你不要讲，这法官对你客气了，这时候不应该听的。
Please let her know that I've set bond for her, but she's not to return to the Atlanta airport unless she is a ticketed passenger.
OK， 你下次记得啊，我今天就让你出去，但是呢，除非你有机票在手上，否则你不能随便到亚特兰大的机场来，一定要有机票才可以到亚特兰大机场来。你再听。
Secondly, please let her know I've scheduled her preliminary hearing for June 27th, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom.
对，所以说在今年的6月27号我们到时候在 Zoom 上面，你到时候来做我们的提审preliminary hearing， 就是说在审判前的一个听证。
And please let her know that please ask her if she needs a court-appointed attorney.
请问你需不需要一个法庭给你一个律师呢？
需要。
Yes.
Okay. Can she give me an estimate of her monthly income?
好的，你跟我讲一下，你大概一个月赚多少钱
3万块。
是3万块，是不是 ？I'm trying to verify.
台湾有考那个保姆执照，考保姆考试，我三科考100分，4科考，然后1科90分，1科80分。
你现在是讲他问你一个月赚多少钱？你跟我讲一下，大概多少钱美金？
就是大概3万。
美金还是台币？
台币。
Yeah, I have a license. I'm a licensed nanny, and in Taiwan. So according to my salary in Taiwan, it is it's equivalent to around 1,000 American dollar.
Okay, please let her know I've approved a court-appointed attorney to represent her.
很好，那法官今天来已经通过他现在说通过你的要求了，请一个免费的律师来帮你。
And that will conclude her first appearance hearing for this morning. Thank
好的，
you.
谢谢你，今天早上你就可以走了。
保释金我可以问吗？保释金我是什么时候要付？
有没有人可以帮你保释啊？
因为我的行李在机场，我行李里面有1000多块现金。
Your Honor, that the defendant still insists that she has money inside. She still have money inside the airport in the luggage. She has more than $1,000 there.
Okay, please inform her that she can speak with her attorney about seeking help from a family member to retain that from the Atlanta airport.
你必须要找人来帮你保的，你自己不能保自己出去的。到时候你接下去呢，你去跟我给你指派的那个律师讲，请那位律师来帮你怎么样来协助你赶快早一点离开监狱，好不好？找那位律师。
Okay, thank you.
谢谢你，谢谢你，小姐。
那下次开庭要在哪里开？
你还在监狱里面，你不能出去的。
Okay.
Okay.
Sir,
Thank you,
is
Honor.
it Terry, Mr. Cole? Cho, yes, sir, I believe there are no other inmates that require a interpreter, so you're free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we'll proceed forward with the female inmates at this time. Deputies, will you present the first female inmate? If you would state your full name for me.
Kamari Boynton.
Horton. You've been charged with 1 count of theft by shoplifting. Your bond amount is $2,000. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
You don't understand?
I said yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If you can make bond, there will be special conditions included on your bond order. The first condition is you're not to return to the Walmart located at 2940 Anvil Block Road, Ellenwood, Georgia. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And then secondly, you can't violate any other laws while out on bond. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for June 27, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing or keep it on the court's calendar?
May I please waive it?
Yes. Okay. Now, if you waive it, then you'll have to sign a waiver form from the deputies once we conclude the first appearance hearing for first appearance calendar for this morning. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And do you require the assistance of a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, you can give me.
Okay, what's your average monthly income? Can you just give me an estimate?
1,200.
Okay. So you will qualify for a court-appointed attorney. Do you have any other questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
State your full name for the record.
Kamaya Evans.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Kamaya Evans.
Give me 1 minute. And spell your first name for me.
Khamya.
Okay, middle name Rosa.
Yes.
Okay. You've been charged with 2 offenses. The first offense is cruelty to children in the 3rd degree. Your bond amount is $2,000. Second offense, battery. Your bond amount is $3,500. Therefore, your total bond is $5,500. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amount?
Yes.
Can you make bond?
Yes.
If you can make bond, there will be special conditions included on your bond order. The first condition is you're to have no contact with the alleged victim in the case identified as Kalia Edmonds. Do you recognize that name?
Yes.
Which means you must stay away from the alleged victim, absolutely, directly, indirectly, by mail, by email, by pager, by text message, by social media. You cannot contact her through telephone or a third person or go to her home or workplace. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Also, because the alleged incident occurred at 274 Brookview Drive, Riverdale, Georgia, you're not to return to that location while you're out on bond. Is that your primary residence?
Yes.
If that's your primary residence, I will include a provision on the bond order that will allow you to make an appointment with the sheriff's office within 10 days of your release to retrieve any undisputed personal property at that location. Do you understand that?
Yes.
I've also scheduled your preliminary hearing for June 27, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing or keep it on the court's calendar?
Wait. No, wait.
Okay. So you will understand that you'll have to sign a waiver form from the deputies?
Yes.
Okay.
You're waiving.
Lastly, do you require, or do you need a court-appointed attorney?
I can.
You say you guess?
Yes.
Okay, what is your estimated wages monthly, on a monthly basis?
2,000.
2,000? Okay, you would qualify for a court-appointed attorney. Therefore, I will approve an attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Thank you. Good luck, Ms. Evans.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Jenny.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Please state your full name for me.
Mary James Hale.
Hey, Ms. Hale, you've been charged with 2 offenses. The first offense is cruelty to children in the 1st degree. Your bond amount is $3,000. Second offense is simple battery. Your bond amount is $3,000. Therefore, your total bond is $6,000. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amount?
No, I don't understand my charges because I didn't do that, but.
Well, I know you're disputing it. I didn't ask you if you,
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
I didn't ask you if you agree with it. I asked you, do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you make bond?
No, ma'am. What am I doing?
Your bond is $6,000 total. Can you make bond?
I don't have $6,000.
Well, you just have to pay a percentage of that. Do you know if you can make bond? Okay, no problem.
I'm gonna try.
Okay, well, if you can make bond, that will be special conditions included on your bond order. There's a no contact on the alleged victim in the case by the name of Shantez Caldwell. Do you recognize that name?
Oh,
Caldwell? Do you
uh-huh.
recognize that name?
Yes, that is my foster child. I'm her
Okay.
legal guardian.
Okay, because she is the alleged victim in the case, you must stay away absolutely, directly, indirectly, by mail, by email, by pager, by telephone. You cannot contact her through social media, through text messages, through a third person. You cannot go to her home or workplace. Do you understand that?
She lived in my home.
I understand that, but she's the alleged victim in the case. How old is, I believe she's a 15-year-old victim.
Yes,
Okay, did she reside there with you alone or with someone else?
with me and my husband.
Okay, well, according to the warrant that I have here, your husband indicated, who witnessed the incident, that you were the primary aggressor, allegedly. Allegedly, you were the primary aggressor. So because you were deemed to be the primary aggressor by the warrant, I'm prohibiting you from returning to the location while you're out on bond.
But
So
when-
that location, let me finish. That location is identified as 4646 Westminster Drive, Ellenwood, Georgia. You understand that? I understand that's your home, but as a condition of your release, Ms. Hill, you must refrain from going to those premises. However, I will allow you to make an appointment with the sheriff office within 10 days of your release to retrieve any undisputed personal property at that location. You also cannot violate any other laws while out on bond. Do you understand these special conditions of your release?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for June 26, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Do you understand that's your next court date?
Yes, ma'am.
You require the assistance of a court-appointed attorney, Ms. Hill.
Yes.
Okay, what is your average monthly income?
2,000.
Okay, you would qualify for a court-appointed attorney. Therefore, I will approve. Do you have any other questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, good luck, Ms. Hill.
I don't have none at all. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, you got some luck.
I don't have no luck, baby. I got luck because you didn't let me go home.
She don't need, you don't need that. You don't need that.
I said bond for you, Ms. Hill.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, state your full name for me.
Queen Hansberry.
Ms. Hansberry, you've been charged with, it appears to be 6 offenses. I'm gonna read each offense and give you the bond amount for each of your offense. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Your first offense is driving under the influence. Your bond amount is $3,000. Your second offense, reckless driving. Your bond amount is $1,500. Your third offense is failure to stop or yield in violation of Georgia law. Your bond amount is $500. Fourth offense is driving without insurance. That bond amount is $1,000. Fifth offense is knowingly driving a motor vehicle on a suspended or canceled registration. Your bond amount is $500. Last offense is violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act. Specifically, you was in possession of marijuana less than an ounce allegedly. Therefore, your bond amount is $1,500. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amounts?
Yes, ma'am.
And give me a minute so I can give you the total.
Okay.
It appears your total bond amount is $8,000. Do you understand the charges as well as your total bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for June 27, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing or keep it on the court's calendar?
How can I waive it and I have a felony?
No, you don't have a felony. What do you perceive to be? It's all misdemeanor. Tell me what you perceive to be the felony.
Oh, the DUI, never mind. I thought the DUI was a felony.
Well, unless you had a prior DUI that I'm not aware of.
I did not, ma'am. I did
Okay,
not.
well, let me do this. Let me do this, Ms. Hansberry, because you want to upgrade your charge. Yeah, you want to upgrade your charge to a felony.
No, ma'am, I want to waive my
That's
preliminary.
what it sounds like. Okay.
No, ma'am, I don't.
Okay, well, let me do this then, okay? So you said you do want to waive it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you have to sign a form from the deputy, you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you require the assistance of a court-appointed attorney?
I'm gonna obtain my own
You sure?
policy.
Do you want to have one in place just in case?
All right, you can do that. I made
Okay, see, that's a better plan, okay. Can you give me an estimate of your monthly wages?
2,000 a month.
Okay, see, you qualify, so it's just, and you have one in place, and if you don't need it, then they could just withdraw, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, good luck. State your full name for me.
Ashley Walker Harris. I'm
Good afternoon, Ms. Harris. How are you doing today?
okay. I wanted to tell you if it's possible, I'm going to rehab, and if it's possible to do a OR bond. My mom's-
No, you don't qualify for OR bond today with your charges. Specifically, you've been charged with 2 offenses. The first offense is theft by receiving stolen property. Your bond amount is $4,000. The second offense is driving on a suspended or revoked license. Your bond amount is $1,500. Therefore, your total bond is $5,500. Do you understand your charges as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you make bond?
I'm not sure.
Okay, I've scheduled your preliminary here for June 27, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Do you understand that's your next court date? Okay, you do have the option of waiving it, but if you're unsure as to whether or not you can make bond, I would recommend that you leave it on the court's calendar. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Because that'll be your next court date. Lastly, do you require a court-appointed attorney? Can you give me an estimate of your monthly wages?
I don't make anything.
You said 0?
I'm homeless.
Okay. No problem. So therefore, you would qualify for a court-appointed attorney. I will approve an attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions?
Ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Harris. Okay, state your full name for me.
Milka Marlene Mondesir.
You've been charged with 3 offenses. The first offense is theft by shoplifting. Your bond amount is $2,000. Second offense is obstruction of a law enforcement officer. Your bond amount is $2,000. Third offense is giving a false name, address, or date of birth to a law enforcement officer. Your bond amount is $1,500. Therefore, your total bond is $5,500. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amounts?
I do, but I didn't give him a false name. I gave him my accurate name. I gave him Marlene Mondesir. That's my name in my birth certificate. So
Okay, now remember what I told you. I understand that you have a defense to the charge, but remember I told you when I made my opening remarks, we're not here to try your case today.
Mhm.
Okay, so you may have a defense to the charges, but my only purpose here today is to give you your charges and see whether or not I can set bond. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then do you know if you can make bond?
Yes.
Okay, if you can make bond, there will be special conditions included on your bond order. You're not to return to the incident location identified as Walmart at 2940 Annville Block Road, Ellenwood, Georgia 30294. You understand that while you're out on bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I scheduled your preliminary hearing for June 27, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. You understand that's your next court date?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And do you want to waive your preliminary hearing or keep it on the court's calendar?
This is the thing. Right now, I'm from New York and I'm like hopping from place to place till I get everything situated.
Mhm.
The address, I don't really have a stable address.
Okay.
So that's the only problem that I'm having right now.
Well, if you want to do is, so you have 2 options. If you bond out, it's automatically waived. So we can leave it on the court calendar. If you bond out, it's automatically waived, or you can sign the waiver form waiving it today. So that means your preliminary hearing will be waived, and then you will get notice in the mail as to when to appear for your arraignment. However, you could just file a change of address with the court just to make sure and keep it updated as to where you could be located.
Somebody gave me an address that I can use to get that information. I put it down on that paper, the 3201.
Okay,
Address, I can get the mail from there. The mail-
okay, so do you want to waive your preliminary hearing or keep it on the court's calendar? If you're unsure, I recommend that you keep it on the calendar.
Yes, I'll keep it on the calendar.
And then if you bond out, it'll automatically be waived. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then do you require the assistance of a court-appointed attorney? Do you need a court-appointed attorney?
Yes.
Okay, you didn't understand the question. No, don't look at the deputies. You know, if you tell me you don't understand.
Oh,
This is
no, I
your
just wanted to
hearing.
know if it was free.
Well, well, that's what you should ask the judge. Well, is it free?
Yes, is
Okay.
it free, Judge?
Okay. Okay, do you give me an estimate of your monthly income?
Well, because of this, me getting locked up, I work for mental age adults and mental disabilities. I just got the job, so I think because I got locked up, they already get an alert, so they probably paused me now. I'm paused up until I guess the case is finished or something like that.
Okay, well, I'm going to approve a court-appointed attorney for you. So yes, that would mean that it's at no cost to you. No cost. You understand? No cost?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I
That's
understand.
free. Okay. Okay. So I will approve that. Do you have any other questions?
Well,
Well, don't think of something to ask. Okay. Have a good day.
no, I was sitting there thinking about all the things that I wanted to tell you, so I'm trying to like remember right now. But no, I don't have any.
Okay. Well, good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You were not waiving your.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just want to know the price again.
Oh, the price is your bond amount?
Yes, the bond amount.
Okay, your bond amount is, the total is $5,500.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, state your full name for me.
Kiana Smith.
Okay, Ms. Smith, you've been charged with one offense, a battery, family violence. Your bond amount is $3,500. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if you can make bond, there will be special condition included on your bond order. The first condition is you're to have no contact with the alleged victim in the case by the name of DeVarsity. Do you recognize that name?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that means you must stay away, absolutely, directly, indirectly, by mail, by email, by pager, by text message, by social media, by telephone. You cannot contact the alleged victim through a third person or go to their home or workplace. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Secondly, because the incident occurred at 527 Brinson Boulevard, Ellenwood, Georgia, 30294, you're not to return to that location while you're out on bond. You understand? Is that your primary residence?
The thing is, that's my.
Well, not the thing is, to my question, is that your primary residence?
Yeah, but that's my house. That's not. He was at my house.
I understand that, but because he is the alleged victim in the case, you're not to, unfortunately, I have to prohibit you from returning to that location, even if it is your home, because he still resides there, correct?
No.
I don't have any proof of that. So as of today, I'm prohibiting you from returning to that location. I will allow you to make an appointment with the sheriff's office within 10 days of your release to retrieve any undisputed personal property at that location. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Also, you cannot violate any other laws while out on bond. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for June 27, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing or keep it on the court's calendar?
You can waive it.
Okay, you understand you'll have to sign a waiver form from the deputy?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then do you require the assistance of a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you give me an estimate of your monthly wages?
About 2,000.
Okay, so you will qualify for a court-appointed attorney. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay, good luck.
All right.
Okay, please state your full name for me.
DeAndre Ladavia Crystal Wilkes.
Okay, Ms. Wilkes. Here. You've been charged with two offenses. The first offense is obstruction or hindering a law enforcement officer. Your bond amount is $1,500. The second offense is disorderly conduct. Your bond amount is $1,500. Therefore, your total bond is $3,000. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amounts?
Yeah.
Can you make bond?
Yeah.
Okay, if you can make bond, There will be, you cannot violate any other laws while out on bond. You understand that?
I cannot violate what?
Any laws while out on bond. You can't break the law while you're out on bond. You understand that? Okay. I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for June 27, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Do you understand that's your next court date? Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing or keep it on the court's calendar?
Just keep it on.
Okay, and then if you bond out, it's automatically waived. Do you know if you need a court-appointed attorney?
Yes.
Okay, give me an estimate of your monthly wages. 2,000? Okay, you would qualify for a court-appointed attorney. Do you have any questions? Okay, thank you. So Deputy, it looks like that will conclude the female inmates, correct? And we're moving on to the males. Is that correct? Okay, state your full name for me.
Chandra Tyrell Banks.
Okay. Oh, sorry, they have you out on bond, Mr. Banks. Deputies, is there any way we can get, because I didn't have a warrant for Mr. Banks. They have him out on bond.
I can call somebody in the jail and see what's going on.
Yeah, we may have to continue it because I'm not certain that we're still receiving the emails.
Mhm.
Miss Mary, can you give the jail a call to see if we can get a warrant for Mr. Banks?
And I don't know if you're gonna be able to get the warrant though.
That's true. So
Let me call and, let me call. Hold on.
yeah, let's call and see. Otherwise, we may have to continue. Unfortunately, Mr. Banks, we may have to continue. They have you out on bond. Did anyone tell you could bond out?
Yes, I got upstairs and they told me they didn't have any amount on my bond.
Oh, they didn't have an amount. Do you know what you were charged with?
A misdemeanor, trespass and criminal trespass.
Criminal trespass. Okay, yeah, that seems to be something simple that you should definitely bond out on. I'm not certain why they didn't. I don't think they have a preset bond for the criminal trespass, so maybe that's why. But let's see if we can get your warrant. If we can, then I'll need Miss Mary. I need the warrant and the criminal history. If not, we'll have to continue your case. You understand that?
So I'll still be here.
Unfortunately, yes, but I'm gonna do everything in my I possibly can to get your order done today. Okay.
Thank
You understand that, Mr. Banks? Okay. Just stand by. Deputy, stand by. Good. Can you state your full name for me?
Sean Martise Butler.
Okay, Mr. Butler. You've been charged with one offense of simple battery. Your bond amount is $3,000. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if you can make bond, there will be special conditions included on your bond order. The first condition is you to have no contact with the alleged victim in the case by the name of Patricia Douglas. Do you recognize that name?
Yes, ma'am. May I ask you a question?
Oh, no, you can't ask me a question yet. I'll allow you to ask a question when I conclude or when I finish your going over your condition of your bond. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you do recognize the name Patricia Douglas.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so there's a no contact as a condition of your release, which means you must stay away absolutely, directly, indirectly, by mail, by email, by pager, by text message, by social media, by telephone. You cannot contact her through a third person or go to her home or workplace. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Secondly, because the alleged incident occurred at 1377 Briar Ridge Court, Clayton County, Georgia, you're not to return to that location while you're out on bond. Is that your primary residence?
That's my house. That's
I understand. This is my question. Is that your primary residence?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if that's your primary residence, I will allow you to make an appointment with the sheriff within 10 days of your release to retrieve any undisputed personal property at that location. You also cannot violate any laws while out on bond. Do you understand the special condition of your bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it's a privilege to get bond. You understand that? Now, I understand you're not happy with the conditions, but the fact that I've granted bond for you today, just in light of the circumstance, it appears that you reside in the same household as Miss Douglas, correct? That's what the warrant states.
Yes, ma'am, my name on the lease, that's my house.
Okay, but she resides with you, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but because she's resides with you and she's the alleged victim in the case, we have to prevent things from escalating if you were to return to the location. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that's why I'm prohibiting you from returning to the location, but I'm allowing you to retrieve any undisputed personal property. Generally, if you have a bond order that prohibits you from returning, you can contact your leasing officer to see if they will release you from your lease based on your bond order. You understand that?
Okay.
You understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for June 27, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. You understand that's your next court date?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you want to waive your preliminary hearing or keep it on the court's calendar? If you're not sure, I recommend you leave it on the calendar.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm trying.
Okay, we're gonna leave it on the calendar here. And then do you require a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you give me an estimate of your monthly wages?
Like 3,000.
Okay, you would qualify for a court-appointed attorney. Do you have any other questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, good luck, Mr. Butler. Okay. State your full name for me, sir.
Glenn Gilbert.
Mr. Gilbert, you've been charged with 3 offenses. The first offense is driving under the influence. Your bond amount is $3,000. The second offense is violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act. There's a no bond because you're already currently on probation. According to my review of your criminal history, you were previously sentenced to 4 years probation on August the 2nd of 2021. Therefore, your probation would not have expired as of today. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Also, with respect to striking a parked vehicle, you did get a bond for that, the 1,000, which is 1,500. However, because you have a no bond on the felony, then you're not going to be released today. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for June 26, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. You understand that's your next court date?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then your bond hearing will be scheduled for June 30th, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. You understand those 2 different hearing dates?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then let's see here. Do you require the assistance of a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you give me an average of your monthly wages?
None. I don't have jobs.
Okay, no problem. So that you will qualify for a court-appointed attorney. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Thank you. Good luck. State your full name for me. Mr. Jackson, you've been charged with 1 count of theft by receiving stolen property. Your bond amount is $5,000. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for June 26, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. You understand that's your next court date?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you require the assistance of an attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Court-appointed attorney, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay, can you give me an average of your monthly wages?
Probably 950.
$950 a month?
Uh-huh.
Okay, that means you will qualify for a court-appointed attorney. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, good luck.
Thanks.
State your full name for me.
Malachi, I said drivers.
Okay, sir, you've been charged with 3 offenses. The first offense is driving without a license. Your bond amount is $1,000. The second offense is theft by receiving stolen property. Your bond amount is $4,000. The third offense is being in possession of a weapon during a crime. Your bond amount is $5,000. Therefore, your total bond is $10,000. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amounts?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll schedule your preliminary hearing for June 26, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. You understand that's your next court date?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then do you require the assistance of a court-appointed attorney? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I need a verbal yes or no, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Can you give me an estimate of your monthly wages?
Nine.
I didn't hear you. I didn't hear the response.
Nine.
I didn't hear you again, sir.
None. Nine what?
None what?
Oh, no, none.
Oh, you said zero. You're saying none. Okay. Okay. Me too. I heard something different too, deputies. Okay. Okay, sir. I will approve a court-appointed attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions? Okay, thank you. Good luck. State your full name for me.
Nathan Johnson.
Mr. Johnson, you've been charged with 3 offenses. The first offense is DUI alcohol. Let's safe. Your bond amount is $3,000. The second offense is open container of alcohol in violation of Georgia law. The bond amount is $500. The third offense is driving without working headlights on your vehicle. The bond amount is $500. Therefore, your total bond is $4,000. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
You may bond.
Yes.
I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for June 27, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. You understand that's your next court date?
Yes.
Okay, would you like to waive your preliminary hearing or keep it on the court's calendar? I'm sorry, I didn't understand the response.
Which one?
You don't understand?
Repeat it one more time. Sorry.
Okay, your preliminary hearing is scheduled for June 27, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing or keep it on the court's calendar? If you bond out, it's automatically waived. Do you understand?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, so because remember I told you the purpose of a preliminary hearing is to see if there's enough evidence of probable cause to justify keeping you detained in jail. But if you bond out, it's not necessary because it's automatically waived. You understand now?
Yes, now I understand.
Now you understand. Well, say when you don't understand, tell me you don't understand. Okay? Okay, so would you like to waive the preliminary hearing and keep it on the court's calendar?
Keep it on the course calendar.
Okay, so then if you bond out, it's automatically waived. You understand that?
I got it.
Okay. Okay, and do you require the assistance of an attorney?
Yeah, can I get the public defender?
Yeah, court-appointed attorney. Give me an estimate of your monthly income.
2,000.
Okay. Okay, that means you would qualify for a court. And I assume this information is consistent with what you put on your court-appointed form this morning, sir?
Yes.
Okay, so you would qualify for a court-appointed attorney. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, good luck, sir.
All right. Next. We will. Yeah.
How you doing?
Good morning or good afternoon, sir. State your full name for me.
David Lewis.
Okay, Mr. Lewis, you've been charged with 4 offenses, all moving violation offenses. The first offense is driving with no tail lights. Your bond amount is $500. Second offense is driving without insurance. Your bond amount is $1,000. Third offense is driving a motor vehicle. Let's see here, with no registration. Your bond amount is $500. The second offense is concealing the identity of your motor vehicle. The bond amount is $500. Therefore, your total bond is $2,500. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I schedule your preliminary hearing for June 27, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. You understand that's your next court date?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you like to waive it or keep it on the court's calendar?
You can keep it on the course calendar.
Okay. And then do you require the assistance of a court-appointed attorney?
Yes.
Okay, can you give me an estimate of your monthly wages?
2,000.
Okay, you would qualify. So I will approve an attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions?
Yes, they granted me a bond when I was like in intake earlier. It was like the same amount, but they also sent up, I think, something called an OR form, like basically like sign off a bond. I don't know like what happened with
But no, it's based on your criminal history. If you have some criminal history, then I will be unable to approve an OR bond for you. Okay.
Okay, I don't have any, so.
I believe you do. I would have approved it. So again, that's your bond amount, $2,500. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
How you doing, y'all?
Good afternoon. How are you doing, sir?
Not too good.
Okay, you said not too good?
Ma'am.
I'm sorry to hear that. Give me your full name.
Rodney Cornell Lowe.
Mr. Lowe, okay. Mr. Lowe, you've been charged with 1 count of theft by taking. Your bond amount is $2,000. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount? You understand the charge?
Yeah, I understand the charge.
Okay, do you understand your bond amount?
No.
Okay, you understand the 2,000?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, that's a preset amount, okay?
All right, that's all I'm charged with?
Yes, your bond amount is 2,000. Did you think you was charged with more?
I thought I was told something else.
Okay, no, according to the warrant here, it states here that the said accused did take a Taurus G36 9mm pistol, the property of Valerie Labrada, with a value of, let me finish, with a value of $375 with the intent to deprive the said owner of said property. Do you know who Valerie is?
Yes, ma'am. Could I speak on that?
No, because we're not here to try your case today. Okay, my only purpose here is to set bond for you and to schedule your preliminary hearing. Your preliminary, let me finish. Your preliminary hearing is going to be June 27, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. You understand that next court date, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want to waive it or keep it on the court's calendar? If you're not sure, we'll keep it on the calendar here.
Yeah.
And do you require the assistance of a court appointed? Don't talk over me, sir. Do you require the assistance of a court appointed attorney?
Okay, thanks.
Sir, do you require the assistance of a court appointed? Listen to my question. Do you require the assistance?
Yes,
Do
ma'am.
not talk, sir. Stop interrupting me. Okay? When I speak, you do not speak. Okay, do you require the assistance of a court appointed attorney? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, do you give me an estimate of your monthly wages?
914.
You said 914.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you will qualify for a court appointed attorney. That will conclude your first appearance hearing for today. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, sir, for your patience. Please give me your full name.
Darius Lucas.
Mr. Lucas, you've been charged with 3 offenses. You have 2 separate counts of violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act, one with the intent to distribute. So your bond amount for the violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act is $4,000. So $4,000 for the first count, $4,000 for the second count. And then you are also charged with being in possession of a weapon during a crime. The bond amount on that is $5,000. Therefore, your total bond is $9,000. Do you understand? I'm sorry. Your total bond is $13,000. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amounts?
No, I don't understand the last charge because I didn't have a weapon like on my possession.
Okay, well, the only thing I can tell you is according to the warrant here, it stated that the offender stated that he was in possession of a firearm while at the incident location. So this is just a warrant. I understand you have a defense to it. I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for June 26, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. You understand that's your next court date?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then do you require the assistance of a court appointed attorney?
Yes.
Okay, give me an estimate of your monthly wages.
3,200.
3,200. You fortunately you would not qualify for a court appointed attorney, therefore you will have to hire your own attorney. Any questions?
How much I need to make to
But I can't tell you that, sir. Then every inmate would tell me the threshold amount. It's just unfortunately you over the threshold.
I'm saying if I do overtime, I can make more than that though.
Well, if you make more than that, you definitely wouldn't qualify. Okay, it's based on your income level.
Oh, but I'm not working now because I'm locked up. I'm unemployed now, ma'am. I'm locked up.
Okay, well, let me ask you that. This is the question. Did you put you were unemployed on your court appointed counsel form?
I thought I was gonna be able to make it.
No, that's not what I asked you. Listen to my question, Mr. Lucas. Let me it doesn't make, do you understand that you signed that form under penalty of perjury?
No.
You want to let me finish. Do you want a perjury charge today?
I thought I was getting out.
Okay. You thought well, I just set your bond. You don't think you can make bond?
If I can get my my property, my cards.
Well, let me ask you this. When was the last day you was at work?
Friday.
Okay, and when are you expected back at? How much? When would you say Friday?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you understand you're under oath, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So you say your last day was Friday, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and when are you scheduled to report back to work?
2 o'clock this evening.
Okay, well, do you think you're gonna make it at 2 o'clock?
No.
Okay, well then, you're right, you likely maybe, and do they have like a no call, no show policy?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
okay, well, in light of that, then I will approve your court appointed counsel form because in the event that you are unemployed, okay?
Yes.
Okay, anything else?
Oh. No, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Yes.
Good afternoon. 1 minute. State your full name for me.
Ronald Dean Keeler.
Mr. Pillar, you've been charged with 2 offenses. The first offense is battery. Your bond amount is $3,500. The second offense is cruelty to children in the first degree. Your bond amount is $3,000. Therefore, your total bond is $6,500. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amounts?
Yes, I do.
Can you make bond?
Yes, I can.
Okay. If you can make bond, there will be special conditions included on your bond order. The first condition is you're to have no contact with the alleged victim by the name of Anthony Brody. Do you recognize that name?
Yes.
Okay, that means you must stay away, absolutely, directly, indirectly, by mail, by email, by pager, by telephone, by social media, by third person, by telephone. You cannot contact the person at their home or workplace. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
Also, because the incident location occurred at 11394, is it Vena Lane, Hampton, Georgia? You're not to return to that location while you're out on bond. Is that your primary residence?
Yes, it is.
Okay, sir, if that's your primary residence, you'll need to make arrangements to stay elsewhere. However, I will include a provision in my order that will allow you to make an appointment with the sheriff within 10 days of your release to retrieve any undisputed personal property. Also, you cannot violate any other laws while out on bond. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for June 26, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. You understand that's your next court date?
Yes. I have one, I'd like to say one thing. That is
Okay,
not,
1 minute, okay.
that's not the victim's primary residence.
Okay, what is, okay, well, I can only go on what the warrant states, and it says here that this is family violence. And let's see here that you see.
It's okay.
Who is Anthony to you?
He is my wife's grandson.
He's your wife's grandson?
Yes.
Okay.
He lives in.
Unfortunately, well, yes, sir, but unfortunately, because you were charged with the cruelty to children in the first degree, which is considered a felony, and they have it as a family violence, then I can't allow you to return to the location while you're out on bond. You understand that?
Yes, I do, but he doesn't live there.
I understand, but it's listed as family violence.
Okay.
Okay, you understand that?
Yes, I do.
So you can speak to your attorney about getting your bond conditions reconsidered. You understand that? They can file a motion for reconsideration. Do you require the assistance of a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, I do.
Okay, can you give me an estimate of your monthly wages?
I don't work, but I'm a veteran. I receive VA disability.
Okay.
3,000.
Okay, well, sir, you would, based on your employment status or unemployment status, you would qualify for a court-appointed attorney. Do you have any other questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, good luck, sir. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Last name first.
Hey, state your full name for me.
Javante West.
Okay, and for the record, Mr. West, there's no, my name is Judge Tamika West Bernard. For the record, there's no relation between me and the inmate. So with that said, I'm going to proceed forward. You've been charged with 3 offenses. The first offense is driving under the influence. Your bond amount is $3,000. The second offense is reckless driving. Your bond amount is $2,500. The third offense is open container of alcohol in violation of Georgia law. Your bond amount is $500. Therefore, your total bond is $6,000. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amounts?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you make bond?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you can make bond, let's see, I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for June 27, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Since you're charged with misdemeanors only, you do have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Would you like to waive it or keep it on the court's calendar?
What does that mean? Like, what's the difference?
Well, if you waive it, then you would have to sign a waiver form saying you waive it, and it'll be taken off the calendar, or it won't be put on the calendar. If you wait until you bond out, it will be put on the calendar, and then when you bond out, it will be removed from the calendar. You understand that?
Talking about like my, the next court date?
Yes,
Which one's better?
it's up to you. I'll say if you're unsure if you're gonna make bond, or if you're unsure altogether, just leave it on the calendar. And then if you bond out, it'll automatically be waived. You understand that?
Yeah, I'll just leave it on the calendar then.
Okay. And then do you require the assistance of a court-appointed attorney?
No, but yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you give me an estimate of your monthly income?
$3,000.
Okay, you will qualify for a court-appointed attorney. Therefore, I will appoint an attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir.
How you doing?
Good, how are you today, sir?
I'm good.
Okay. State your full name for me.
Sierra's West.
Okay. Also, I would like to state for the record that I have no affiliation or relations with the inmate. Therefore, I will proceed forward with conducting a first appearance hearing. Sir, you've been charged with 2 offenses. The first offense is aggravated assault. Your bond amount is $20,000. The second offense is battery. Your bond amount is $3,500. Therefore, your total bond is $23,500. Do you understand the charges as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
If you can make bond, there will be special conditions included on your bond order. The first condition is you to have no contact with the alleged victim in the case by the name or Cardeja Haynes. Do you recognize that name?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that means you must stay away, absolutely, directly, indirectly, by mail, by email, by pager, by text message, by social media, by telephone. You cannot contact the alleged victim at their home or workplace. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Secondly, because the alleged incident occurred at 3386 Mount Zion Road, Clayton County, Georgia, you're not to return to that location while you're out on bond. Is that your primary residence?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if that's your primary residence, or you'll need to make arrangements to stay elsewhere while you're out on bond. However, I will allow you to make an appointment with the sheriff's office within 10 days of your release to retrieve any undisputed personal property at that location. Lastly, you cannot violate any laws while out on bond. Do you understand the special conditions of your release, sir?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay, I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for June 26, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. You understand that's your next court date?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you require the assistance of a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, give me an estimate of your monthly wages.
3,500. I did say 5,000 on my paper, but I say 3,500.
Okay, 3,500. Okay, that means that you would not qualify for a court-appointed attorney. Therefore, you will have to hire your own attorney. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, any other questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, good luck, sir.
All right, thanks.
Okay, Deputy, we're still, I believe, Miss Mary, do we have the warrant for Mr. Banks?
Check your email, see if it works. I
Okay.
sent you a message.
Okay, 1 minute. We're in brief recess. 1 minute, Mr. Banks.
Thank you.
Deputies, I'm ready to go back on the record. If you could present Mr. Banks for me, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Banks, I have had an opportunity to obtain your warrant as well as review your criminal history. You've been charged with 1 count of criminal trespass, family violence. Your bond amount is $2,000. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
I don't understand the family violence charge.
Okay, well, it states here that on or about on or about June 4th of 2023, the offender did commit the act of criminal trespass and that the offender did intentionally damage a cell phone, the property of Felicia Balcom without the consent of Ms. Balcom, knocking her phone from her hand when she was recording, and also knocking a bike that was prepped up a chair, knocking the trash can down, spilling all the contents on the floor, and knocking over an incense wick holder, and spilling the ash and burnt up wicks all over the ground, and spilling water in front of the master bedroom. Said damage is estimated at less than $500. So therefore, the criminal trespass is criminal trespass damage to property in essence. You understand it now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You understand your bond amount is 2,000?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If you can, do you know if you can make bond?
I did not know I was gonna have to pay bond, so I don't have a signature bond.
No, you're not in light of the charges, no.
I'm not sure if I'll be able to make bond, but I want to say yes.
Okay, well, if you're unsure, then I was gonna recommend you leave your preliminary hearing on the calendar, which is set for June 27, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom.
So
You understand that's your next court date?
I will be here until the next court date.
No, if you bond out, it'll automatically be waived.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I'll keep it on the calendar.
Okay, and then if you can make bond, it will be special conditions included on your bond order. The first condition is you have to have no contact with the alleged victim in the case by the name of Felicia Balcom. You recognize that name, Balcom?
Yes, I have a question.
Okay, well, sir, when I finish, you can ask your questions.
Yes, ma'am.
I have to give you your conditions of your bond. So the first condition is a no contact on the alleged victim, which means you must stay away absolutely, directly, indirectly, by mail, by email, by pager, by telephone, by text messages, by third person. You cannot contact the alleged victim at her home or workplace. You understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Secondly, you're not to return to the location, incident location identified as 2277 Nicole Drive, Hampton, Georgia 30228. Is that your primary residence?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and it looks like it's a number, so is the correct address 2277?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if that's your primary address, you'll need to make arrangement to stay elsewhere in light of the charges. It's a family violence. Therefore, I cannot permit you to return to that location while you're out on bond. However, you will be allowed to make an appointment with the sheriff within 10 days of your release to retrieve any undisputed personal property. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And then lastly, you cannot violate any laws while out on bond. So those are the special conditions of your bond. Now, do you have any questions?
No.
Sir, do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And then lastly, do you require the assistance of a court-appointed attorney?
Yes.
Okay, can you give me an estimate of your monthly wages?
Currently unemployed.
You say you're unemployed?
Currently unemployed.
Okay, that means you will qualify for a court-appointed attorney. So I will approve an attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, good luck, sir.
And that's it for all the
And just to
defendants.
confirm, I did, they had Chambers on the list, Henry Lee Chambers, and they said he was out to bond. Can we confirm that he's out to bond?
I believe he's out the bond. They sent him over from the jail and because we assumed he was out on bond as well, Mr. Banks.
Okay, is there any way you could check to see if this Chambers is out to bond to confirm?
I'll call intake and see. Hold on one moment, ma'am.
Okay, we're gonna stand by 1 minute.
Is there anybody else in the jail? We still have not got those CAA forms.